Max Verstappen lost pole position for the Qatar Grand Prix after receiving a one-place grid penalty for impeding George Russell during Formula One qualifying. Verstappen had secured his first pole position since the Austrian Grand Prix in June, beating Russell by 0.055 seconds to mark a significant improvement in Red Bull's performance at the Losail circuit. However, the Dutchman was summoned to the steward's office to be investigated for driving too slowly in front of Russell and almost causing an incident at turns 12, 13 and 14 during the qualifying lap. Russell approached the slowing Verstappen in turn 12 and had to brake to avoid a collision, hitting one of his wheels in the gravel before passing Verstappen in turn 13. Russell described the situation on the radio as very dangerous. The steward summoned both drivers to review the incident and determined that Verstappen had exceeded the permitted delta time, resulting in a one-place grid penalty for Sunday's race. This allowed Russell to take pole position. The steward's report stated that car number 1, Verstappen, had a different setup strategy than car number 63, Russell. Verstappen was well outside the delta time, and the driver stated that he was giving way to cars number 4 and number 14. Russell claimed that he was adhering to the delta time and did not expect Verstappen to be on the race line. Russell added that if a car was moving slowly in a high-speed corner, it should not have been on the racing line. The stewards found the case to be complex, noting that Verstappen was clearly not following the race director's instructions and was moving unnecessarily slowly. In their view, the situation suggested that Verstappen was trying to cool his tires and saw Russell approaching several times in his mirrors on the short straight between turns 11 and 12. However, the fact that neither driver was on a fast lap reduced the severity of the penalty, as obstructing a driver on a fast lap would normally result in a three-place grid penalty. Prior to the steward's decision, Verstappen had expressed surprise at being called out and felt he was only reacting to the car in front of him, suggesting Russell should have done the same. "We were all going slow. I don't know what I could have done differently," said Verstappen. "The fact that I had to go to the steward's office was very strange for me. So next time I'll go full speed and pretend to hit another car." On the other hand, McLaren's unexpected action involving Lando Norris and Oscar Piastri during the sprint has drawn a strong reaction from George Russell. The Mercedes driver openly criticized McLaren's strategy, saying that the public wanted a clean and competitive race. In the short 19-lap race at the Losail International Circuit, Russell had to be content with finishing behind the two McLaren drivers. McLaren's controversial strategy of deliberately slowing Norris to give Piastri the DRS advantage further frustrated Russell. In the end, Norris gave way to Piastri to take the win, further provoking Russell's protests against the tactic. However, in a tight qualifying session, Russell managed to show an exceptional performance by placing his Mercedes on the front row, just behind Verstappen, who took pole position. Russell stated that he really hopes that the main race will be a true competition, without any intervention or team strategy that can affect the race. He also emphasized the importance of pure racing, giving the fans the opportunity for a more intense and interesting battle.